What's going on, guys? JSGC 171 here, featuring crazy hair. Now, we're doing the Man City Bournemouth, or should I say Bournemouth versus Man City preview, so build up to the match, what I think is going to happen, starting 11, score prediction, etc, etc, and giving a brief overview into Bournemouth. So I'll start with that first. So Bournemouth, I'm not too sure who they're going to play up front. Defoe did play in the League Cup earlier on this week, so he may feature, he may start, he may not, but what I do know is they've got quite a good attacking line, particularly quick, and a good eye for goal. Josh King, Jermaine Defoe, Callum Wilson, that's an excellent strike force. So Bournemouth really doing well. So they're a threat on the attack. They play with a lot of pace. They like to pass the ball, and Eddie Howe has Bournemouth playing some very nice, very majestic football at times. For a club like Bournemouth, you'd be thinking, oh, they're punching above the weight, but put that a lot down to how Eddie Howe's got Bournemouth playing. They really play as a team, they really work as a unit, they play with a lot of pace, play with a lot of power. They're a good side with a lot of width to them, and they've got a nice narrow pitch to work on as well. So I expect that this might be a difficult game for Man City. Now, Man City played Bournemouth 3 times, I think. It might be 4, and they've before, won't it? They've played 4 times and won all 4 games. We've been down to Bournemouth twice and won both games. So you on paper you'd be thinking, yeah, this is a foregone conclusion, Man City winning the game. And I'll say this right now: if Man City don't turn up and play the best that they can, they won't win the game. That's just how the Premier League is now. You've got to turn up game after game. You've got to play your strongest 11, and you've got to really go for the win, basically. So if Man City turn up like, oh, we're going to win this game, then they're not going to win the game. That attitude, can't be doing that with that attitude. I do want to see Man City play a little bit quicker as well. I think that Man City might play a little bit more defensive. I want to say this because I think that they probably want Bournemouth to come out and play a little bit, if you get where I'm coming from. They're going to just invite Bournemouth to maybe just come out and play a little bit, make them just push that little bit more forward, and I imagine that City are going to play with a lot of pace, that they're going to try and hurt them on the counter-attack. So I'm going to do a team selection based on what I've just said there. So I imagine that Man City are going to want to kind of allow Bournemouth to come out and play, allow them to open themselves up, then hurt it with pace, basically. But I'm hoping Man City can break them down early on. Bournemouth aren't going to park the bus. They're not going to be like Everton. They're not going to be like Brighton. They're not going to stick with 10 men behind the ball. They're going to come out and they're going to say to Man City, we can play you, we can beat you. So Man City need to go toe to toe with them. They need to just be well organised, be well defensive, counter-attack perfectly, attack with pace, pass the ball properly, no stupid giving the ball away, and also, keep the head screwed on, basically. That's all they need to do. And that probably will win them the game if they can do that. And last bit, most important, they need to be clinical. So I'm going to go for 2-0 Man City. I think that Man City don't have a habit of breaking teams down in the first half. They tend to be quite lethargic in the first half. I think it might be similar to Brighton, apart from they're not going to sit, they're not going to sit on the ball. They're not going to just sit there in front of their own goal and defend for 90 minutes. They're going to probably come out, pass the ball and look to have as many opportunities as possible. So whoever's got the shooting boots on will probably win the game. It should be a good game, though. So naturally it's going to finish 0-0. But my score prediction 2-0. It's going to be like Brighton. I think it'll take Man City a little while maybe to clock into the game, get used to the size of the pitch, and adapt to the game from away from home. And I'll be more than happy just to win the game. I know we've won comfortably here at Bournemouth before, but I just want to win, and I'm more than happy for a win. So I'm going for Man City to win 2-0. But be a difficult game, not as easy as others have made it out to be. So my team prediction going on the bait is obviously going to be Ederson in goal. Obviously Kyle Walker suspended, so he can't play. So that naturally means that Danilo is now going to go in right back. Mendy, not sure is fit. So I'm not sure what Man City are going to do for left back. It again addresses the issue that they're not signing enough players. So I do want Fernandinho to play. I'm hoping they'd put him into defensive midfield, but I have a feeling they're going to probably move him to left back instead, unless they're going to move someone like Mangala there, but I doubt it. I'm going to go for Fernandinho, who's going to play in like a left-back / defensive midfield role. He's going to have to cut inside, and then they're going to play the back three, normal Otamendi, Stones and company. They're going to go with 3 at the back again, and I've not got a problem with that away from home. It's a little bit more defensive, it's a little bit slower, but I'm happy away from home because teams tend to play just that little bit more forward than what they will if they're away from home and they're happy to sit on a 0-0. So I'm going to go for Man City to play free at the back. So that naturally means that they're going to have a selection. Gundogan perfectly slotting its defensive midfield now if he was fit, but he's not. So I'm going to go for Yaya Toure to come back in, and it's going to be operated by him and Fernandinho. Fernandinho's going to have to slot in at left back to kind of cut in around that. I just really don't want Leroy Sané to play at left wing back. I'm going to be pulling my hair out. I'm going to be bold next time you see me if Sané's at left wing back again. He was at fault for the goal, and I don't want him to play. So, I don't want him to play in left wing back. I do want him to play though because of the counter-attacking threat that he offers. So I'm going to go for him to slot in there. I don't think Man City are going to play Bernardo Silva, unfortunately. I would like to see Bernardo Silva play, but I think they're going to operate with Yaya in front of the defence. I'm going to go for Kevin De Bruyne, and I'm going to go for... I'll go for David Silva. We can't drop David Silva. We can't do that just yet. So that's my team at the moment. So it's all about the attackers now. So up front, I think it kind of writes itself. I think Gabriel Jesus is probably going to make the bench. I mean, he didn't do anything against Everton. So, you know, has he warranted in a starting place in the 11 after Sterling did so well? So I'm going to go for Sterling instead of Jesus and a change there. So we're going to have Edison in goal, 3 back here. Then 2 operated by Fernandinho and Danilo there, and then we're going to have a 3 in midfield, which will be Yaya Toure slotting in inside of David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, and then I'm going to have Raheem Sterling operating this part here, and also then Sergio Aguero up front, and I think Leroy Sané will see in the second half for pace as they may change the formation. If Man City do change the formation, they're going to go with 4-2-3-1, then it'll be Sané here, Sterling here, probably Kevin De Bruyne, or Gabriel Jesus and Aguero just here, and then the 2 sitting men here in front may well be Yaya Toure, Fernandinho, and also probably David Silva or De Bruyne, depending if he goes for Jesus. Then the back 4 being take your pick of the centre backs, 3 of them. I'd probably go for Kompany and Otamendi if I'm honest with you. Danilo at right back, and whoever they want to put in at left back. So we need a left back. So and then our problems would be solved here. So that's my team prediction. 2-0 Man City I'm going to go for. We're looking a bit depleted with Kyle Walker sending off now. Yeah. So it's been JSGC 171. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your team predictions down below. This is probably one of the most difficult ones of the season. Do we go for 4-2-3-1 or we're going to go for 5 at the back? Who knows? Who knows with Pep? So we'll see you then. So this has been JSGC 171. Have a nice day. Peace. Ciao for now.